What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to the channel. This is not something I wanted to make a video about at all, but it just seems important, and it's just leading to the question of, did MSTX scam us, right? Like, what the heck happened? What the heck is going on? You guys see my account flickering. I don't know if you saw that. It's going from a bid ask of 23 to 6, which is why it's going from 18.1 to, I'm sure you'll see in a couple minutes, it'll go back up to 19.7. Ready? There you go. So something's clearly going on, right? MSTX, something weird happened, right? Now let's just look at the chart and compare it. So obviously the purpose of MSTX is to be a 2x version of MicroStrategy, but when we pull up the daily, as you see, MicroStrategy basically held its level and MSTX fell off a cliff. So it's obviously worrying a lot of investors because a lot of people have been trying to get those extra gains. Maybe MicroStrategy is too expensive, so you were looking to sell puts on MSTX and ultimately get, great premiums. And now you're in this position similar to me where, it just dumped out of nowhere. It isn't following MicroStrategy. It isn't following Bitcoin. And let's just get into it. So I pulled up some tweets because I did spend some time on Twitter. Basically, what this guy's saying is that it dropped to $40 when it was around 54 to 55. Why did it happen? It happened because there was a dividend, and TradingView is showing the dividend right now. If you own the shares, then you wouldn't be down anything because you would be getting $14 for every share you own. So from 50 to 40, you'd actually basically be up on that because you would have gained 14. So in this case, if I owned 100 shares, I would have gained 1,400 and it would have offset the loss. Now, for cash secured puts, what does that mean? Unfortunately, I don't exactly know, but this guy discusses what he thinks, and he says that if you've sold 3 contracts with a strike of 65, that it will be adjusted. And of course, he has both of these theories that it will be adjusted on January 3rd. I have another tweet here with some guy saying that he confirmed it with his Fidelity rep. Obviously, Robinhood doesn't even know how to react. That's why it is going from a bid of $6, flickering between 6 and 23. And ultimately, I don't think anyone knows how to react to this. It's just extremely disheartening. It's very confusing. Now, ultimately, in terms of what to do about it, right? Obviously, this is a Defiance ETF. At the moment, if I wasn't in this play or if I wasn't in anything related to Defiance, I would just absolutely stay away from anything that involves this company at this moment, because this is just something that, in my opinion, is just unacceptable. Like, obviously, when a company has quarterly dividends and when the dividends are paid out, that's a different story. But for them to just pull this out of nowhere, to me, is extremely concerning. Obviously, we get into this position assuming it's going to follow MSTR. So when MSTX, as you can see, just from the chart perspective, decouples from MSTR, it's just not what anybody would want to see. Let's see. Oh, I can't do that unless I upgrade. But yeah, ultimately, I would not want to be a part of something that's sinking, right? Like, someone just asked me, should you be trying to buy MSTX right now? And in my opinion, it's like, why would you be buying a sinking ship, right? Why would you be trying to get in something that's falling like this while Bitcoin, is looking good? And ultimately, if we go to stocks, a lot of stocks are down. Obviously, the NASDAQ is down today, but nothing's really down quite as badly as MSTX. So to me, obviously it is a leveraged stock. It is going to have more volatility, but I would probably prefer pretty much anything over MSTX at this moment, because the uncertainty and the dumping, for all we know, it could lead to this entire ticker going bust, right? Because in the end of the day, this isn't MicroStrategy. Like, its goal is to follow MicroStrategy. Its goal is to, move with it. In terms of the market cap of this, it's 1.3 billion, right? Let's see, what is the market cap of MSTX, just to confirm. So MicroStrategy is 74 billion, but it does say that the assets under management for the MSTX is 1.3. I'm not sure if that's the whole Defiance company or just MSTX. I think it's just MSTX. But regardless, I would definitely stay away from anything that's showing the word Defiance right now, because if they're going to pull something like that, it's just too uncertain, too concerning. And I wouldn't recommend trying to time the bottom on something like this. If anything, if they do square away this mess where, they offset what happened and ultimately lower my strike price, right? So in this case, and look at this, it's right now it's saying the account's back to 20,000, and then in a second it'll say it's at 18. So clearly, like, something's going off or going on, and ultimately, yeah, if they do square this away and lower my strike $15 or pay me, 1,400, then I would be a lot less concerned in terms of getting involved in MSTX or Defiance. But until that, I would 100% stay away. I would not recommend, as you see someone in the Discord saying about the bid asks as we're talking about it here on this video, I definitely just wouldn't recommend touching it. Like even Conal, as much as it's also its own, it's also a 2X, at least it's a different company with Granite shares. So I would look into different ETFs if you really wanted to get involved in 2X until, Defiance becomes, just publicly clears what is going on. So, if you want to learn more, obviously, feel free to search MSTX on Twitter. There's definitely tons of tweets and people talking about it. And that's why I wanted to make this video, is because I wanted to hopefully clear the air for people who are concerned. Let's see. Like this guy saying you should start seeing a new strike price for your options by the end of the day. And obviously there's just a lot of panic going on. So, I'm not going to sit here and act like I have the answers. I just wanted to come and hopefully just for all the people involved in MSTX and doing what I do, and I know it's been very concerning. It's been a rough morning. I just wanted to hopefully bring some assurance, hopefully show you guys it's going to be okay. In terms of my account, obviously I have 5,500 locked into MSTX. But yeah, like if I would want to roll lower on this position, obviously, ideally I would, but like when push comes to shove, if it's a sinking ship and it's going to go all the way down to zero, it's like I wouldn't even want to roll lower, right? I would rather just get out, cut the losses, and keep my money, keep as much money as I can. Because in this position, I'd be down, whatever, $2,000 or whatever it might be, 1,700. I'd rather lose that than 5,500. But at the same time, rolling is always a good way to prevent the losses and save your capital. And obviously, if MSTX is going to be legit, right, if they're going to actually be a real company, a real ticker, like in a moment like this, right, when I see MicroStrategy falling, it's not concerning, right? For me, and I've been saying this on the channel, the only thing that would concern me with these leverage indexes is if it would decouple from what it's supposed to track. So like, at this second, seeing it fall doesn't bother me, but this is what bothers me. Ultimately, like I said, if Defiance or these brokerages are going to honor the dividend and give us what we deserve as cash secured put sellers, either a lowered strike or a dividend payout, which would offset pretty much all of this loss, then I have no beef, right? I'm no issues and it's fine. But in terms of what's happening at this moment, again, I would just personally stay away from MSTX. Of course, the other kicker too is like Bitcoin has been climbing all night. So, why would you want to buy any sort of crypto stock? Like even Conal or Coinbase, like they're not going up. At least they're holding, but I still wouldn't want to get involved, right? Why would you want to get involved in a crypto stock that is not even going up when Bitcoin goes up, right? Like at that point, it just wouldn't even make sense. I would rather just wait, okay, and let Bitcoin either continue to go up and see if they begin to follow, or when Bitcoin retraces, they'll pretty much most likely just completely dump. So, that's the way I would go about it, is I'd personally just stay away for now. I'd let it play out, right? I'd let, see if people who have sold cash secured puts start showing the good news, right? That they got paid the dividend or their strike price was lowered. And then let the price action show us that these stocks are ready to continue up. But yeah, to try to buy something like this that's just been straight down. I mean, if you've been following the channel, you would see what's happened, right? The money, we've just been losing money. So ultimately, to say, do I think MSTX is a big rug pull? Do I think it scammed us? I'm not sure. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Definitely do some research. I want to hear people's thoughts. I want to hear what's going on in people's heads and what people think, should be done. Ultimately, I want to hear if they do decide to honor it. Again, look at this. It's like it flickers and, the account's back to even. That's why I'm just not even getting caught up in any of this right now. Obviously, it's just a big mess, and I'm sure it'll be cleared up. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts. So definitely let me know in the comments. And if you want to know my updates and what I end up doing with this position and this account, definitely make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.